Hashtag Impact invites you in to eavesdrop on raw and honest conversations on creating positive change in the world. I am your host, Regina Larco, and together with guests and hosts from around the globe, we encourage you to get curious about what making an impact means to you. Join the conversation and share your voice at hashtagimpact.com. Today, I am with Angie Lau. She is the founder of Life Beyond School, an award-winning platform equipping the next generation with foundational skills in resilience, emotional intelligence, and future-ready leadership. A former Bloomberg TV anchor and founder of Forecast News, Angie has spent her career at the intersection of global storytelling, innovation, and impact. Today, she brings her journalism instincts and entrepreneurial vision to reimagine education for the 21st century. Through practical tools and experiences, she is helping parents and educators worldwide raise confident, adaptable kids starting from the inside out. Because Angie believes that in a world racing toward artificial intelligence, our greatest edge is human. Welcome.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Welcome to Hashtag Impact. Welcome back to Hashtag Impact, Angie.
I'm so happy to be back, and I was just reflecting on this full circle moment because you and I talked way back when, I want to say more than 5 years ago.
For sure.
Like close to a decade ago. And you were just starting out this beautiful journey, and you were creating a platform that elevated the voices of just really awesome people. And then you decided that, I will interview Angie because that's what you thought of me. And I was so honored and blessed and just, and I shared my story with you, but that was way back when. But you know what? We talked about all the same things, didn't we? We talked about all the same things. And I'm just continuing really what I believe is our life's work, which is to celebrate the realness of our authenticity, to celebrate and remember what it is that we are here to do, just to simply leave the world a better place for the next generation. And you're doing it, I'm doing it, and your listeners are doing it. That's why they're listening to us, and that's why they're listening to you. So I just want to honor that right now.
Yeah.
You're amazing. Love it.
And I'm smiling, and I know our listeners will smile as well because they will recognize your voice. I mean, many of our listeners, and we welcome our new listeners in every single month. Of course, new people are discovering us, people that now hear your voice for the first time. But there are so many people that have been there from the beginning. And I mean, Angie, your episode, that one we recorded so many years back, it's been trending ever since. Every single month, people are still listening to that one. And it's amazing. And, you know, there was this one moment. There were many beautiful moments in that conversation, but there was one where your voice cracked a bit and changed a bit.
Oh my God. I knew you were going to say when you almost wanted to cry. And that's going to happen. Hi, audience. I just want to let you know that it's okay to feel our emotions. It's okay to share and lead with the heart. And sometimes it will touch a memory that's a little personal for me, but I am here about sharing and being authentic and sharing all the beautiful vulnerabilities that we have as humans, because that's how we get stronger. So yes, that will happen. And I know that you will get me to it because you're just a superstar and you just get stronger every podcast. You really, is that pretentious to say? Like, I hope I'm not, I really hope, like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of your work. And truly, you have defined impact. I'm sorry, everybody. This is like a mutual admiration society. But can everybody just give a shout out to Regina? Because
Angie.
Yes, I mean, I kind of am good doing this. I've done probably close to 11,000 interviews in my lifetime. So, I'm well practiced. But this woman that I'm staring across, she just picked it up, and man, she's one of the best I know. And I don't, you will reach 11,000. You must, but to have this talent, so I just really want to call it out. So congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Angie. And it means a lot to me. And I hear it and I see it too, that power, and you mentioned it in our first episode, that power that often we don't dare to even step in because other people also don't want us to step in it, and we're doing it anyways, right? And that sentence that I wanted to pick up from our first conversation as a beautiful starting point as we continue this conversation is when you said that we sometimes forget the lessons we want to impart to others because we don't value ourselves. And there was, I get goosebumps just thinking back of that moment and thinking back of your voice and now continuing on. Yeah. Because where I wanted to start today was to ask you, like, ever since we spoke, what would you say was one of the most maybe profound lessons that you learned about being human?
Oh, do we have time for a book? That is an incredible question because it challenges all of us to really reflect on that, and not just myself. But I will share mine because I think, it is an obstacle that we all must kind of go through. We have to walk through the fire. And that is of not being sure that this vision was going to be accepted, not being sure how it was going to be received. And what would that do to my ego? What would that do to my human spirit? I've since learned to distinguish those two things. Okay? My human spirit is intact. Thank you very much. My soul is intact. Thank you very much. It knows. My ego completely, it has been work to reflect in the moments where my face gets flushed. I get angry. I get incensed. Feelings of anger and injustice, and fear, concern, insecurities. What would people think? I failed. I fell flat on my face. What will the team think of me? I made the wrong decision. I made the wrong call, right? And what I learned as I started my first startup, and now I'm on my second Life Beyond School, because Life Beyond School is really an extension of all those things that I learned as a startup founder, as a first-time startup founder. Had to go through all of those lessons. Yes, they are business lessons. Yes, they are financial lessons. Yes, they are leadership lessons. But most profoundly, they were human lessons. Human lessons in showing up when you were afraid and showing up anyways. Human lessons in acknowledging the challenge, acknowledging the mistake, acknowledging the failure, and getting back up anyways and forging ahead. Because that's what leadership is. And that's what people remember. Everybody has fallen. Okay, some people skin their knees. Some people break their nose or chip their front teeth. Okay, I have all of those scars. Okay, what people remember most is, do you get yourself back up? Do you continue? Now, they remember it because they see it. You are an example of resilience in real life, in human form. If you never got back up, guess what people remember? The last time they saw you fail. Because you never challenged yourself to get back up. So, I mean, it's really a choice. And all of us are capable of doing that. And what I want to remind people is sometimes when your ego is screaming in your ear to stay down, and beautiful ego, right? Beautiful part of yourself who wants to protect the soul, protect the human spirit, protect you. You must find that courage within and soothe that fear and say, you know what? I got us. I got you. I got this. And let that be the voice that champions you. Let that be the voice. That's the lesson I 100,000% have learned. That's the truest lesson that I could share. Okay, are you? If you cry, I'm going to cry.
Angie, let that be the voice. And, it seems failure has been a big theme also running throughout this endeavor that I'm on when I'm speaking to all these wonderful souls that are on their own journey. And just very recently, speaking with Ashoka fellow Jimmy Westerheim from The Human Aspect. I have to connect you to you.
Oh my gosh, you do.
You will really resonate with his work. And he also said, the toughest challenge, the moment that you feel that's like your breaking point. It's true what they always say. It's the best lesson you ever got in your life. And if I look at all the life that we have both lived since that recording day many years back in Hong Kong, I see how many more scars and bruises we got since then.
You know what? Let's show them off, girl. Let's show them off. We earned them. We share them and show them with pride. We earned it. And I want to pick up something you said. You're absolutely right what Jimmy said, that, right at your point of exhaustion, failure, when you don't think you have it in you anymore. David Goggins, Navy SEALs, very famous author, just because he leads with action. And I remember hearing him on a podcast, and he said, in Navy SEALs, we know that right at the point of exhaustion, you probably have, and I forget the percentage, either was 40 or 60% left in you. And the SEALs know this because they push themselves to the point of exhaustion, physical, mental, psychological exhaustion. Okay? And you still have it in you. That's how they push forward. I remembered that quote first as a new mother when I thought, oh my God, there's no refunds, no returns. There's no 30-day back policy. We are in it to win it. If I don't thrive, no one thrives. That's the lesson every mother knows to be true. And by the way, moms out there, you remember this lesson in your life, in your career, in your life. Okay? Career, life, work balance, which is a funny word to describe what we do. Remember this, because if you don't thrive, no one survives. And it sustained me. It got me to go, you know what? I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this for us. And that resilience, we have it in us. We have to remember. And that's what I'm doing at Life Beyond School. These children, by the way, we're not teaching them anything. We're not training them. We're helping them experience what they already know deep inside, what every human is instinctively born with: resilience, emotional intelligence, compassion, self-awareness. All of these things are capable. And we just simply want to help our children establish those habits so that when the time comes, they'll have it in spades. Because we got it. We need it. We need this. Regina, this is our life's work. And if it is not to pass this world on to the next generation, then what is our work all about? I mean, we are each one of us doing it in different ways, but the truth of the matter is, in whatever role you have, the truest role that you can play is of a leader.
And that starts at home.
It does start at home.
And that also brings me to something that you shared with me beforehand, that one of these really crucial and difficult moments for you within that journey was when you realized that you pour all your energy and heart and soul into something that is meaningful for the world, but, and these are your words now, quietly neglecting my own emotional truth at home. And that really hit me because, I think there is something about having those ambitions, as a woman to build, especially as a founder, building something from scratch, yet having these small humans in our life that are just as important, yet, I mean, it's a lived reality for me as well. Like, right? I feel like I'm torn is the wrong word, pulled maybe. And there's that pressure of trying to get it all right in all different areas of our lives.
I'm gonna give for all of us who require this, I am going to collectively share a truth and give you permission. I'm going to give us all permission to follow our instinct, to honor what it is that drives us, and be okay in quieting the external voices that expect us to be perfect, there for our children 100% of the time. If we're not baking the cookies, or if we're not driving them to school, or if we are not showing up in this specific instance and now suddenly I feel guilty. You do not discount the moments when they watch you from afar and they learn by mirroring the values that you bring, which is you are committed to giving others the platform to shine. They watch you from afar in your words of kindness to strangers. That in your busiest moments, they watch you and they're learning. I give us all permission to know that that's what's happening too. And it is strong. It is honored work. And don't forget that every time you feel not enough, your children wonder if you're not enough, if mommy thinks she's not enough, and then they start thinking maybe they're not enough. That's not a lesson you want for your kids. So it starts with you.
I want to pull up the cards. I want to pull up the cards because they are a gift, That's how I experience them. I experienced them and I got myself, I got myself A year of building resilience.
Oh, thank you for your support.
From Life Beyond School. I hold it in my hands. 52 weeks of foundational skills. And, first of all, I was really excited for them to arrive, to just hold them in my hands. And then I wanted to open them up and wanted to look through. And of course, super curious. I wanted to already skip ahead and look at all of them, yeah? And my husband, he's great. He said, don't show me. I want to be surprised, right? So he did. I was sneaky and I was looking through them. And this is why I experience it as a gift to not just to me, but to our family. Because as we are now working for a full year, right, through these weekly challenges, in a very playful, light, unhurried, and very nourishing and fun way, I feel I get to learn alongside my kids through experience and through conversations and through communication, and it's beautiful, So just to give our listeners an example, so there are different decks of the Life Beyond School challenges, and you can tell us more about that, Angie. The one I'm referring to now is the one I got a year of building resilience, and there are different challenges. Like, for example, I just want to read you one. Yeah, can I read one?
Yes.
So I pull one out. Yeah. So if my husband is listening now, mute for the next few seconds, for the next minute or so, or skip for a minute, because otherwise you're gonna hear about it. So, emotional intelligence challenge of the week. I love that one. Give a compliment to a different family member each day and receive one in return. Have your child talk about how giving and receiving kind words makes them feel. And what? That blew my mind, because I've been giving my kids compliments and I can understand how that is powerful, but actually I never thought about encouraging them to give someone else a compliment. And why is that important? And now I turn the card around for me to kind of quickly understand, why does this work? And it tells me giving compliments helps build relationships. It improves communication, motivates others, and boosts one's self-esteem. It teaches your child to be more aware of others and themselves. And this was one example of 52, and there are self-awareness challenges, optimism, problem solving, adaptability, communication. We did some tongue twisters. We did all kinds of stuff, right? And we're excited. I'm excited, right? So, Angie, you did something really beautiful
awesome.
And powerful there with Sarah, right? Give a shout out to your beautiful co-founder.
Shout out to Sarah Chang,
yes.
my best co-founder for life.
Isn't it amazing? Right. I'm so humbled by your partnership as well. You two women are I adore how you are building this together. And so now I'm gonna shut up. Yes. Before I go on and on.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Yes, and can we just get on the record? I wasn't paid for saying that, This is not a product placement. It sounds a little bit what is she doing?
No.
I adore this experience. So,
well, you've known me for a long time, and you know that is, I am simply giving a platform, just like you, of research out there, of academia, of studies, of countless studies, of the brilliant work by some of the best authors in the world who write these insights for adults, for management books, child psychologists, and everyone in between. This wisdom, this knowledge exists out there. But for the busy parent, you think anyone has a day, let alone a month, to decipher maybe one or two books and try to figure it out into actionable insights and then bring those lessons home? So I'm simply putting together, I mean, that's what my role has been my entire life as a journalist. I'm simply putting that to work. My job has always been to translate. My job has always been to explain complex ideas very simply. And this is the most powerful of them all, because I recognize that, especially in this day and age where we are confronted by social media and hijacked for attention, and in fact, some, we involuntarily outsource our attention to social media for our children. Okay, that's a real struggle. We also know that in COVID, this was accelerated. We also know that social media has rewired our children in ways that we are only beginning to understand with this new generation of young people who are now just entering the workforce. We are also experiencing one of the greatest crises of mental health of our generation. We are not flourishing, according to the World Flourishing Organization, their brilliant work of, a multi-long survey of 200,000 people around the world, where there is a generational gap of people who are not flourishing. And what is really scary is that they are getting younger and younger. Young people, where traditionally and in the past, young people feel that they're flourishing until the weight of the world, rests on our shoulders. Then we work through it. And then in older age, we are flourishing again. This is not the case now. So these tools, the year of building resilience, the year of building creativity, the year of speaking with impact, and many, many more titles to come. This is simply acknowledging that parents and educators and, hey, you know what? Families, children, teenagers, young adults, we need help. And what better way to deliver this incredible wisdom that we've already accumulated in the world into simple, actionable insights that we can do every day? Because isn't learning if it's just fun? Isn't that what fun is? Isn't that what connection is? And that's really, how I think about these things and where we are in the world. So for the parents, when it comes to juggling, the stresses of work, the stresses of life, that's all we were doing. We're putting actionable insights so quick, and it's really 5 minutes. I mean, you could have 20 minutes. You could do this in 5 minutes. You have 30 seconds. Read it. And it infuses you as a parent to show up, to be present when the moment arises. So parents and families can use this in a multitude of ways. And, a parent jokingly said to me, because we also brought this curriculum, by the way, to schools. And so we have, for the past year, I've had a class of a dozen children working through these examples, these experiences. We're giving them experiences where they could build their muscle of leadership, of resilience, of critical thinking. And this mom said to me jokingly, Angie, can I just outsource this to you? I mean, just take my little guy for an hour and I'm happy. And I'm like, hey, I could do that. I mean, it might be a little expensive for you, but, absolutely. But let me just tell you something that is budget friendly and free and priceless, quite frankly. I said, did you know that, I can spend an hour with your child, Regina. I know your child is going to have such a great time, going to start firing different synapses in the brain, and the neurodiversity is just going to grow. Could spend an hour with me. Spend 5 minutes with you. Guaranteed, you will get 200% of the outcome that I could ever dream to achieve in my hours of working with your child. 5 minutes. I promise you. because you are the one who is the North Star in this little child's life. The parents are the ones who model this leadership. And isn't it incredible that as parents, we can now also have the language and the knowledge and the insight to be able to model and encourage and nurture this in our children. So 5 minutes for any parent will trump me any day. Any day. We could work hours, weeks, a year. Parent, all you need to do is show up for 5 minutes, even less than that sometimes. And oh my gosh, the impact, incredible, incredible.
Because in the end, that's all we want, right? To have children that are happy, and during those moments when they are sad, because that, of course, is part of life and we cannot undo that. This will happen, that they will know that they can also handle it, and then that they got it. And I think the problem, the big issue for our generation of parents is that we are also parenting ourselves and learning to deal with all these emotions that we as children were not invited to feel, the ways we want to communicate with our children is not the way that maybe we have been raised, even in the happiest homes, right? I had an amazing childhood. I think my parents did the best they could with what was available to them. But there's this beautiful song, I have to plug it as well, by the artist known as Sleeping at Last. And he has these beautiful songs, lyrical songs about these relationships, mother, son, daughter, the universe. It's really all encompassing. His songs are beautiful. And there in one of these songs about, now I'm actually not sure, was it the one about daughter or son? Both of them are beautiful. But there's that one line that says, "My ceiling is your floor."
Yes.
And
yes.
I think that's so gorgeous because, of course, with the help of Life Beyond School and wonderful podcasts and tools that are out there for us parents to do as good as we can, in the end, there is also a ceiling of what we are able to do. But knowing that our children are going to build on that and the foundation that we are going to give them by even these 5 minutes, right? That you were just saying, right? Those 5 minutes, but really seeing them, hearing them, right? And really actually listening and caring to take that moment with them as well, and not already having 5 million other tabs open in our mind, right?
Yeah.
Being present. That's leadership. Like, that's what I also feel what this podcast has taught me, because now in this moment, Angie, you and me, that's presence. We are here.
We're here.
And that's also priceless, right?
And what a gift that our listeners, your listeners, are giving us, giving you, the gift of their time so that we can all raise up and we can all rise up. You know, we talk about social mobility a lot. I loved that sentiment that our ceiling is our next generation's floor. It's so beautiful. We often talk about social mobility, right? Oh, can we afford a house? I want to leave my child with a life better than what we had, you know. Hey, why don't we talk about emotional mobility, right? The concept of we can and will be better, this next generation will be better because they are fuller humans. And that's something that really resonates with me as a tech founder as well. You know, this really is informed not only by the heart, but by the head as well. Amongst those conversations and interviews that I've had with technology leaders and founders throughout my years in Web3 and blockchain, and to this day in financial digital transformation of work that I'm still doing, I would always ask these leaders, this future is being defined right now by technology. And I'm looking at you, artificial intelligence. I am looking straight in your face. And, there's a lot of fear. And I know as a journalist that fear partially defined as unknowing and not knowing and confusion. So what do I do if I can help clarify that? But I also took it to the point of, as a mother, how do we prepare our kids for this technology? And in my work and through conversations and through just even observation of the children and families whose lives we are in through focus groups and conversations and in classrooms and schools and teachers and educators and experts. Through all of this work, what I've realized is that it really is about showing up as a human. We need to be more human. Yes, technology, coding, math, sciences, all of those things are fantastic. But it is also things that schools take care of. What are the things and the skills of leadership that are missing? And it's expressed every day by CEOs and leaders around the world. We want our next generation to have creativity, adaptability, resilience, communication, emotional intelligence. Wow. That guy was not talking about coding. And he wasn't talking about coding the next blockchain or cybersecurity. He was talking about emotional intelligence, awareness of how to be a human with other humans. And I was speaking to a group of incredible parents and in the heart of Silicon Valley, at the epicenter of the AI revolution, if you will. And they were there, and they were worried. More than worried. They were very concerned. And as I shared our case studies and our work with the children and what we're experiencing with the foundational skills and how we're really building up these muscles of adaptability, you could see the light turn on. They knew it already. I mean, I don't want to say, parents, oh, you don't know until I don't. No, you got, I'm going to call you guys out. You already know this. But when it was recognized and when it was expressed in such an easy way, I love our cards because they're so easy. And man, it's like 3 Starbucks, 4 or 5 Starbucks, or these cards. Okay. So there you go. Regina's holding them up. Really,
I'm holding them into the camera. Yeah.
I love you.
Right?
I mean, you know this already. So that's it.
So, it's so refreshing, and I'm just so grateful that we had this conversation. That I feel we're only just getting started, and we will build on that. We will continue.
Oh yeah,
will continue.
We'll continue to be continued
exploration, because it's also never finished, right? Mm-hmm. That's the beauty of all these conversations that I get to lead here at #Impact. And I'm so grateful for you and for the work you do also beyond life, beyond school. Yeah, just for you showing up as a human and leading the way with these conversations and being vulnerable in showing up as who you are and sharing openly, just like you said in the beginning, that I already know this will be yet another trending episode on #Impact for years to come. Isn't that gonna be true? Yes.
Listen,
Angie,
Listen, let's just, let's redefine what we know to be the truth as parents, as educators, and as leaders. That empathy, self-awareness, adaptability, emotional regulation, emotional intelligence, resilience, these are not soft skills, okay? These are power skills. They are survival skills. And these are leadership skills for the age of technology and complexity. It's coming. But you know what? We got our own AI that will trump AI every time. Beautiful friend shared this sentiment with me, and I said, I'm going to take it. I'm going to run with it. She said, you go. Our AI of authentic intelligence will trump AI artificial intelligence every time. All we need to do is show up. We know this already.
That. Authentic intelligence.
Authentic intelligence. We're there.
We're there. Angie, I won't let you go until you go through the quick fire round.
Okay.
And of course,
I'm
before
ready.
we do, well, yes, let's do the quick fire round.
Okay.
Making an impact means
showing up.
Who inspires you in the way they build community?
Oh my gosh. Can I say you? You. I'm staring at you. I'm staring at you.
Thank you. Yes, I'll take it. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm actually, can I just add on? I'm so excited to see what community you are also building around Life Beyond School, because there are so many parents out there that also feel lonely in this, right? So this is also my beautiful call to action for you and Sarah, show us, lead the way, want to join the club.
I need you. You're going to be the club master. Oh my gosh. I feel it. It's coming. It's there. It's already there. And it's just,
it is
my job, my honor. I don't want to say it's my job because it's not a job. It's an honor. It's my honor and privilege to galvanize this community of heart-led people who want more, not only for themselves, not only for their children, but for the next generation. It's more than that. And so we got to show up. I'm there for that. Thank you. And it is going to be an honor and privilege. It already is, because I feel it. It's starting to galvanize, and it's incredible to experience.
And what could everyone do right now to make the world an even better place?
To look inward and to find that spark in you that you might have forgotten. Find it, cherish it, nurture it, remember it. Once you have that spark, share it. That spark cannot be found in the world. It can only be found in you.
Beautiful.
You're beautiful. Oh, gosh. This was fun.
Let's all do that. And of course, I also want to encourage everyone to now head over and get their hands on those cards. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Where can they go? You can order them online. I actually ordered mine online.
Yes. So if you are in a part of the world where Amazon is easy for you, that's amazing. We also have a website, but come on our website, hang out with us, join our community, sign up. I want to start sending out newsletters and, just some insights and observations that we're having from the kids and sharing stories from the community. I absolutely want to start that. And when there's enough of you raising your hand saying, hi, I'm here, I kind of want to hang out and learn more, I'll serve that part of the next stage of growth. And it's www.lifebeyondschool.co. So find us there too. And, hang out with me. I'm on LinkedIn. Please reach out. If you heard this podcast episode and you think that, you can join us and help us amplify this work in your world. This absolutely takes a village. This is open source work, ladies and gentlemen. This is not to be gate-kept. This needs more than one of us. This needs more than a few of us. This needs all of us. And but it starts with one. It starts with one. So reach out to me, LinkedIn. I'm on social media. I'm at Angie TV Lau on Instagram. Oh my God, what else? Find me. I'm there.
You'll find all the links in the show notes, of course. And just to give you a little teaser, if you want to read one of Angie's posts, I'm going to quote you now. Of course, I will, to wrap up, because I found this beautiful Mother's Day post you made. And I'm actually only going to read you the first few sentences so that you can head over to Angie's LinkedIn and read it for yourself. Or maybe also on Instagram. Anywhere on the socials, you'll find it. Because there you shared, and I think it's really a lesson that will resonate with so many of us, with all of us actually. You shared there beautifully. Before I ever became a mother, I was shaped by one. My mom taught me resilience, not by preaching it, but by living it. Quietly, consistently, and often without applause. She showed me that leadership doesn't always look like a title. Sometimes it looks like staying up late to listen, or starting over, or standing up when it's hard. And it continues on, and you will read it all on Angie's socials. So head over there. Cliffhanger. Angie, thank you so much for a really special moment, a full circle moment. And for all that's yet to come, for you and for me and for us.
And until the next time. And we're here for you. We're there. Congratulations on your journey. It's only just begun. All of us. We're right here. We're meeting each other right here. And everybody knows why. So it's amazing. Thank you so much, Regina. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you so much for joining today. If you would like to get your voice heard on #Impact, just send a voice note at #impact.com/story. I will include the link in the show notes as well, so you can easily find it. And if you love what you're hearing here, please tell your friends about it too. I talk to you soon. Bye.